Howdy there, guys. Welcome back to Edgar TV. It's business time now in regard to the Pro Tours. The season's getting to that point where the World Match Play places are up for grabs. There's really only one place still available to play for. That is position number 16, James Wade. And there is not many times left that the Pro Tour is going to be in action and the European Tour. We've got a couple of events left and then we will know the match play lineup. The second biggest event in the darting calendar, certainly in regards to ranking, and the one that everyone wants to be in. I can tell you that from being on the floor, from being on these events, I know that everyone wants to be in the World Match Play. But let's see who's going to be picking up some prize money today. Now, the first thing's just happened. We've got through the opening round. That has just completed. And we've seen some seeds go out, such as Dave Chisnell going out to Ian White. Ian White, a player who needs to get a good run going. And I tell you now, there's a lot of stories that we are going to cover from this opening round. Ian White looking to defend his tour card and doing a very good job this year of it. Lee Cox, someone who's been playing on the Super Series and on the Challenge Tour. When he's been getting these Pro Tour call-ups, he's been doing quite well, and he's beat Stefan Belmont here, picking up another £1,000 on his order of merit. This is the first big story of the day. Kim Huybrechts, a player who was out with injury, was attacked at a football game. I thought he'd be out a lot longer than this. Came back. Adam Hunt hit a 9-darter against him. Stephen Bunting also hit a 9-darter in this round, just for context. And 100 average for Kim Huybrechts to resist the challenge of Adam Hunt. I think that confirms that Kim Huybrechts will be the partner of Dimitri Vandenberg come the World Cup. Speaking of the World Cup, that comes at the end of the month, and Australia played against each other. Damon Heta and Simon Whitlock, both their good averages, over 100 apiece, 105 versus 102. So good performances there for those. Another player who needs a good run, Mensa Suljovic, looking to keep hold of that tour card. He picks up a 6-3 victory. James Wade, another player who is in, well, not another player who's in need, but he is in need in regards to that World Match Play place. He picks up a victory. His biggest rivals, Dirk and Dijvenbode, who also picked up a victory in this round. Peter Wright was actually behind by 3-1, averaging 71, and then turned that one around in order to pick up the victory. Mervyn King, player again who's really under pressure to keep that tour card. Another sort of big name of darts and a big name of PDC darts who's in a bit of trouble, but he picks up a 6-3 victory and a much needed one. Again, I will update you on all of these key talking points and stories throughout the year, so do make sure you are subscribed to Edgar TV, and I will talk you through all the different possibilities and permutations as they unfold. But look at this for a story. Michael van Gerwen losing 6-4 in the opening round to France Roach. That is an upset. Last 64, we take a look at the big performers, the people who averaged over 100. There was 4 of them in this round. Vessel Nyman, 104 in a 6-0 victory over recent champion Josh Rock on the European Tour. Daryl Gurney, the star performer of the round, with an average just shy of 109 as he continues to impress. Mervyn King, though, a 6-3 victory over Peter Wright, which keeps his tour card hopes alive. Sparadons over Ross Smith. But there was a few other talking points and stories in this round. Ian White, a man who needs ranking points just as much as Mervyn King and Mensa Suljovic, they all won. So they're all through to the last 32 stage, which again builds up that chance of potentially keeping that tour card. They need to make the World Championships. They need to make the Players' Championship finals. And the way to do that is through these Pro Tours and European Tours when they happen. So all eyes will be on those players moving forward. Gerwyn Price was 4-0 down in this round to Jeffrey Deswan and was able to turn it around and pick up a 6-5 victory. Last 32, you see Ian White, Mensa Suljovic and Mervyn King, the 3 players that need the wins, all crashing out at this stage and at this round. A couple of really big performances from some players. Raymond van Barneveld picking up a 6-0 over a very sort of in-form Luke Woodhouse, who just didn't appear in that game. Neil Sonneveld winning the old Dutch battle there, 104 average over Gian van Veen, who, again, not quite hitting the heights of last year, but it is very hard to sort of keep that sort of run going to the level they did. The one thing you do notice when you come over to Germany for these Pro Tours is you do get some deep runs from people who need it. Alan Suter, another player who needs it, needs a good run. Make sure he gets in that World Championship and keep hold of that tour card. Crazy you think about that when you think about Alan Suter not long ago reaching exactly the 4th round of the World Championships and having those runs there. The battle for the match play places, the two key players here, James Wade and Dirk van Dijvenbode, both still in. These are the two highest ranked players, or the two biggest profile players. Dirk van Dijvenbode, the biggest ranked player, not currently in the event. James Wade hasn't missed an event since 2006. Look, I know this gets tricky. Trying to work out who's got cards, who's in what event. That's why I talk you through it. Subscribe to Edgar TV and come back at the end of the days and I'll talk you through all the Pro Tours and everything that everybody's trying to qualify for and all the different possibilities. There are so many twists and turns coming over the next few months as the events will condense. There's not a lot on over the summer, and it's the back end of the year where it all condenses. All those big TV events are on as well, and that is where we need to be on it in regards to who's in what, because there's going to be a lot of movement and there's going to be a lot of people under some big pressure. The pressure was relieved a little bit, though, for Alan Suter, a 6-4 victory over the very informed Richie Edhouse, who will be making a World Match Play debut. Gerwyn Price just... I know it's the last 16, he's won his board, but... it just doesn't quite seem to be there at the moment. And an 87, very underperformer, 6-1 defeat to Madars Razma. Bit of an upset there, you'd say. But again, look at the players in the match play chase. Wade, Dirk van Dijvenbode are both in the quarterfinals. Had James Wade not produced this run, and Dirk did, James would be in serious trouble. I will put it up at the end of this video so we can have a look just how tight it is come the end of play. Good runs, though, from Razma. Zonneveld, Kevin Dotes continues to impress. You see the number next to his name, that means he's seeded now. He's seeded number 24 and he's continuously climbing the rankings. When you look down this side here and you look at the quarterfinalists, if you can predict the winner from this point, you're a better man than me. I don't have a clue. That is a wide open event, as we tend to get when the darts do go over to Hildesheim. And the reason for that is some of the sort of really higher seeds opt to not go to this event. You may see some players missing, like a Luke Littler, Ryan Searle, for example. You'll notice Luke Humphreys not there. So they don't go over the Pro Tours. They try and have a bit of time at home rather than having to travel for a few Pro Tour events, which really won't make too much of a difference to their ranking, to be perfectly honest. Plus, it gives them a little bit of a bonus in a couple of years' time, because they've got events and they're not defending. So should they need that a little bit of extra ranking money, they can get that without having to defend it at these Pro Tours. So I do see the reasons as to why certain players miss. Real interesting results here in the quarterfinal stage. James Wade is out. Dirk van Dijvenbode is in. So Dirk in the semi-finals, completely over that shoulder issue he had at the start of the year. You can say that now. But Daryl Gurney's 6-4 victory over James Wade means that Dirk van Dijvenbode is in the big money games now. The prize money jumps massive at this stage. And you'll see here a difference. If he wins this next game of £5,000, he will be just £2,000 behind James Wade if he wins his next game. If he wins the tournament, he will not only jump James Wade, he'll also jump Andrew Gilding, and Dirk van Dijvenbode, who is the highest ranked player not to be in the tournament, could all of a sudden get himself back in, and it would at the moment be at the expense of the man who's been in the event since 2006, James Wade. That's going to be an interesting story. The semi-finals, one-way traffic for Alan Suter, but also Daryl Gurney getting the better of Barneveld before the final, which was Alan Suter picking up the victory against Daryl Gurney. He did it with 2 maximums in the finale there to get over the line. And this is the beauty of the PDC and the beauty of everything that comes with it. Because actually, then one day can change everything. For Dirk van Dijvenbode, he's gained a little bit of ground on the World Match Play. Barneveld's confirmed his place pretty much now for the Match Play as well. But Alan Suter on the back of this is likely now, well, I say likely, he's going to keep his PDC tour card. Something I know he really wanted, something he spoke to me quite fondly about when we did some work together over on the Mission YouTube channel. Now, Alan Suter, what's this going to mean for him? World Championship, Players' Championship finals. He is now one place outside the World Grand Prix. That's a double start, double finish tournament. He moves up now closer to those seedings and closer to the seedings for things like European Tour events as well. He's not probably in the conversation at the moment for the World Match Play, maybe a bit too late for that one, but certainly now this just changes everything for Alan Suter. 1 day on the tour. Now, I spoke before about the staircasing system on the PDC. You can check that out on my insights section on this channel. But for me, I'm delighted for Alan Suter. He's one of the nicest blokes you're ever going to meet on the tour, one of the hardest working guys on and off the dartboard. So it is absolutely brilliant to see Alan Suter picking up a Pro Tour title, confirming his card and all those perks and benefits. It's not just the £15,000 he's won today, it's the spin-offs. That's at least £10,000 now from the Worlds and the Players and everything else that's going to come with it. Huge, well done to Alan Suter. We go again tomorrow where we're going to crown another winner, and I'll let you know tomorrow, or you can check it out. I'll give you some links down in the descriptions because it's getting to the business end. That World Match Play place is still currently in the hands of James Wade. I'll talk you through everything Pro Tour related tomorrow, guys. Drop me a follow. I'll catch you soon for some more Edgar TV.